Check out this must-try outdoor project. From hardscaping to softscaping, there's plenty of low-budget ideas to beautify your yard without breaking the bank. Start by pulling up dead bushes, weeds, and trim overgrown shrubs or trees for a clean slate. The quickest way to freshen up a yard is to add some color. This can be as simple as adding decorative planters to give your yard a more contemporary look. Or my favorite way to make any yard pop is in the form of flowers or foliage, like these elephant ears. Skip the weed killers and opt for adding a weed barrier fabric, which allows the free flow of air, water, and nutrients to the soil to provide perfect conditions for greenery to grow while blocking sunlight and preventing weeds. Adding mulch is a great way to make your flower beds pop. Plus, it's a time and money saver as it reduces the amount of water and weeding your garden needs because it absorbs moisture and slowly releases it back out. Check it out, a yard that'll be the talk of the block. Get inspired with this must-try kitchen project. In this kitchen, we decided to use wood butcher block countertops instead of a stone material because we wanted to create a warm, cozy vibe. Right now it just looks like a piece of wood, but we're gonna rub it down with mineral spirits first. Just gonna give it a bunch of character, really pull out and give it a good contrast so you'll see all the veins in the wood. Using a lint-free rag, apply mineral oil to the top of the butcher block. Allow the oil to soak into the wood for a few minutes. Then wipe off the excess. See how it gives it like that really distinct color? Just love the way that looks. It's just a totally different vibe. Allow the countertops to dry overnight and use a rag to absorb any remaining oil. Then oil the block once a month to maintain a beautiful finish. Look at that. This looks great. Check out this must-try restoration project. I love to find ways to incorporate some of the original history of the house into our remodels. And for us, this cast iron sink on top of this original metal base was the perfect way to do that. Right now, everybody's going after that farmhouse feel, and people have been doing farmhouse sinks for a while. So instead of taking this out and dropping cabinets, what we did is we picked this up, we took it down to a glass blaster who used reclaimed glass and blasted it down, taking off years of paint and years of rust and giving us a cool base product to work with. From there, we did a little bit of metal repair, and then we had it powder coated, and we also had the top refinished. It was a big project, but as you can see, it turned out to be a really cool statement piece for our house, and it allowed us to kind of keep the vibe and the history of the home intact. It's an original piece that just really oozes that farmhouse charm that we were after, and I couldn't be happier with how it came out. Check out this simple DIY design project. Fixing up your dining room doesn't mean that you have to fork over a ton of money for new dining chairs. For just under $75, you can update your existing chairs with some fabric, scissors, and a staple gun and refresh your entire room. First, choose a durable and easy to clean fabric to recover your seat base. We have selected this playful print in olive, navy, and chartreuse to add a boost of color and invigorate our dining room. For the back of the chair, we selected this textured beige fabric with metal accents to add depth and act as a nice contrast to the base. We remove the base and the top of the chair with a screwdriver. Use the seat and chair back to draw a pattern on the back side of each fabric. Then using scissors, cut around the pattern, leaving an extra ½ inch on all sides. We use a staple gun to securely fasten the fabric to the chair. The same upholstering technique applies to bar stools, a bench, desk chairs, or anything with a removable base to freshen up a room in no time. Personalize your home with these easy and stylish DIY projects.
Look at there.
For this dining room, we have selected a grass cloth with a metallic back to add depth and texture to a wall.
That is so pretty.
We decided to do the entire room and not just the walls. I think that's a really nice touch because it draws your eyes up and makes a small room feel larger while adding a ton of character. Papering a ceiling is a little trickier than a vertical surface, but the effects are well worth the extra effort. For a long-lasting hold, we're using a wallpaper adhesive that you apply in a thin coat with a paintbrush. Then you attach the wallpaper to the surface and use a dull-edged tool to smooth out any air bubbles.
Grass cloth is easily stained, so you have to do everything you can to keep paste off the front of it. And you can see this end is trying to curl up, so I'm pasting it down to let it start relaxing.
Looks good.
So good.